As Michael Caine's impeccable Alfred stated back in 2008's The Dark Knight, some men aren't looking for anything logical like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Chaos incarnate. And the truth is, there have been fewer fictional characters that have ever come closer to the true meaning of that very specific chaos than that of the Joker. A figure of such chicanery and psychological genius that on paper it seems that no one has ever tiptoed closer to the edge of madness on a comic book page. But what if a person like that was real? Or more importantly, has there ever been anyone quite like the Joker? Let's find out. Hello internet, what's going on? And once again, welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if the Joker was real? Roll the clip. Of course, for the curious amongst you, that clip was from Christopher Nolan's legendary piece of cinema, 2008's The Dark Knight. And also, of course, we cannot do a video on the Joker without paying credit to the late, great Heath Ledger, whose performance as the clown-faced psychopath was the stuff of cinematic legend, and no one has ever come close to depicting the character quite as masterfully as him. I mean, just take that scene, for example, which was all improvised following a technical delay with the pyrotechnics, and you can get an inkling as to the true nature of the Joker. While it seems like he's got a plan, really he's just making it all up as he goes along. And whilst we're on that note, it's probably best to begin this particular Life's Biggest Question by attempting to paint a more vivid picture as to the man in question. The truth is though, even that will be difficult because as the Joker claims in Alan Moore's The Killing Joke, sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. Yeah, come on guys, it goes without saying, but nothing is clear when it comes to the Joker. Thankfully for us though, whilst his fictional origins are very much a multiple mystery, we can pin down his very real history as a comic book character. First appearing in 1940's Batman issue 1, the Joker was originally conceived as an evil court jester type, but was thought to be too clownish and downright silly for the broody nature of Bill Finger's Caped Crusader. However, when Finger later saw a photograph of actor Conrad Veidt wearing bizarre makeup for the 1928 silent film The Man Who Laughs, he knew just exactly how he wanted his devious villain to be depicted, and the court jester type was sidelined for a much more sinister, face-painted killer. The thing is though, if you thought that this was any kind of clearly defined archetype, then think again, because as you can imagine, the Joker has seen more incarnations than most comic book characters, and that's saying something, especially with DC. The point of him is though, that despite his myriad of origin stories, all of it serves to maintain the course with this figure of chaos. All of it stays on theme because the whole point of the Joker is to be as ambiguous and as nonsensical as possible. Whether it's his many differing DC depictions, be it on paper, on the screen, or in video games, one thing remains the same. The Joker is a homicidal, psychopathic, ruthless, sadistic, maniacal, lunatic, manipulative, intelligent, and downright diabolical master criminal who wants nothing more than chaos and anarchy wherever he goes. Yeah, and other than that, he doesn't really ask for a lot. Whether it's Jack Nicholson's incarnation, Mark Hamill's, Heath Ledger's, Jared Leto's, or the recent performance by Joaquin Phoenix, one thing remains the same. He's an evil genius like no other. You see, although the Joker is depicted as the defining champion of unbridled insanity, in many ways he's the exact opposite. In Grant Morrison's novel Arkham Asylum, the Joker is suggested to have an incredibly unique mental state, which is in fact an unprecedented form of super sanity, effectively giving him ultra-sensory perception. He's not insane at all, in fact, the complete opposite. He's the sanest man on the planet. Now there's a curveball for you, right? And not only that, but this sense of super sanity has also led to the Joker having an on-page, heightened sense of self-awareness that no other character in the DC universe has ever possessed. Marvel, I'm looking at you, Deadpool. In many versions of the Joker, even the fourth wall can't hold back his overwhelming intellect, and at times he's even attempted to turn the page for comic book readers. But the real question is, has anyone like the Joker ever existed? Out of all the myriad possibilities and impossibilities of the human form, surely someone must have come close to this encapsulation of chaotic genius, right? Well, wrong. The short answer is no. No one has ever existed like the Joker, nor will they ever. From a criminal perspective, if the Joker was real, he wouldn't last 5 minutes in the real world. Well, maybe he'd last a few months or weeks, but conducting the scale of his operations as seen in the same fiction, he would not last long at all. Take, for example, perhaps the most successful criminal of all time, Pablo Escobar. To many people, a folk hero, and to others, a ruthless master criminal who maintained an unrelenting empire of enterprise. In the 1980s, he was the 7th richest man in the world, with a net worth of 25 billion US dollars. Like the Joker, his criminal endeavor was successful to the point of unbelievable wealth at the tragic cost of the lives of thousands of innocent individuals, although the Joker burnt most of his profit. Because unlike the Joker, he did all of these things not as a demonstration of the essence of chaos, but out of personal gain, money. You see, crime in the real world pays, but on the page, the Joker does things because he is merely the reflection of an idea, unlike Pablo, who just wanted money. Now, that's on the grander side of things because yes, although no one figure of such massive criminal enterprise could exist as the Joker, on a smaller scale, perhaps it's possible. You see, as the Federal Bureau of Investigation have found, many serial killers have stayed at large for decades at a time in some cases, despite being hunted by one of the most capable and resourceful federal law enforcement agencies on the planet. That in itself is down to many patterns of behavior similar to the Joker. In many ways, they rely on chaos and intellect that can segue the systems that have built our society. But if that was the case, then the identity of the Joker would have always remained an unsolved mystery, and we wouldn't even be at the point to ask this question. So yeah, let's just leave that paradox well alone. You see, on the page, the Joker is an idea. He is the personification of chaos. He is the prince that Machiavelli had to resort to the imagination to even attempt to describe. Yes, there are shades of his character in many individuals across history, tyrants, geniuses, and madmen alike, but for them to be anywhere even close to the pure essence of what the Joker represents is impossible. That's why it takes fiction and imagination to manifest these ideas, to condense them down to their purest form and personify them on the page, because the reality of the matter is we human beings are far more complex than even the Joker himself, but also probably half as smart. Well, there we have it, our long and short answer to the question, what if the Joker was real? What did you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Have any more intriguing insights to add? Then let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as well as any other suggestions for future Life's Biggest Questions. Before we depart from today's video though, let's first take a quick look at some of your more creative comments over the past few days. Kishin X Members says, what if our planet was made out of jello and our moon made out of cheese? Yeah, it is. It is, Kishin. You just have to use the power of your imagination. Yeah, sure. You know what? That made me kind of hungry. So on that note, unfortunately, that's what we've got time for in today's video. Cheers for sticking around all the way until the end. If you were a fan of this video or just Life's Biggest Questions in general, then please be a dear, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. As always, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finn. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.